Next week should have been the week that digital television stations switch off their regular analog signals and go all digital. But the Congress voted to delay the mandatory switchover in order to give people more time to get the converter boxes they'll need if they get their television reception over an old-timey antenna. Some TV stations may well shut off their old signals anyway on February 17th. Congress left it up to them. What about local TV? Polly Anderson is general manager of KNME TV, the public broadcasting station in Albuquerque. She joins us now. What about you? What happens on the 17th?
Nothing. We will continue our analog operations now that the DTV Delay Act has been passed and has been in both houses of Congress and has been signed by the President, asking stations to continue their analog operations through June 12th so that the public has a little more time to be sure that they're ready. And as the public service media serving central and northern New Mexico, we want to make sure that none of our viewers lose service, so we will continue the analog operations through June 12th. But on June 12th, we are mandated to shut those off. It's not an option at that point.
So it has to go away. Someone has bought that spectrum, have they?
That's correct. It has been purchased by some of the cell phone companies, but it will also be used by emergency responders. If you remember, after September 11th, we learned a very hard lesson that a lot of police and fire departments and so forth couldn't talk to each other. So this will improve communications in that area as well.
So when you go fully digital, or let's say when you drop the regular antenna TV service, the analog service,
correct,
what will change with your station? Anything?
Actually, nothing will change other than the fact that Channel 5 analog will go away. We are already broadcasting in digital and have been since about 2003. So it's been quite a burden on all television stations to run dual operations, basically, to transmit both in digital and in analog. So we currently have 4 digital signals that we're broadcasting that will continue on, but we will drop the regular analog Channel 5.
You've got some other channels which people cannot now get unless they have a special converter, Channel 9,
Channel
KNMD,
9, correct,
and Channel 9.2, Create. Well, what are those? Well, what's on those channels?
Okay, well, those are digital, over-the-air only signals. So you have to have a digital TV with a digital tuner or a converter box for your old TV that will bring in the digital signal. On Channel 9.1 during the day and up through 4 p.m. every day, it is a service called PBS World, news and public affairs programming for the most part. On Channel 9.2, and then at 4 p.m. every day, it switches to our own programming, which is we are programming it here locally and putting kind of the best of PBS programming on that channel. And it is actually also counter-programmed to Channel 5. So in other words, on Sunday nights when you can see the dramas and mysteries and the Masterpiece Theaters on Channel 5, on Channel 9, you would be able to see things more like Nova and Nature and those sorts of things. So it's just more options for the viewers. But that is, again, Channel 9 is over-the-air only. And then on Channel 9.2 is a wonderful service. It's very well received so far. It's called PBS Create, and it is all the best of we call them the how-to programs, the cooking and sewing and art programs and the home improvement programs like This Old House and the Woodwright Shop and all those great shows.
But if you have cable or satellite TV, you can't necessarily get those, can you?
Not at this point. And again, we've just recently launched these, so we will be looking for increased avenues to get those out there. But right now, they are digital over-the-air only.
When you switch to all digital, will you save any money? Does it cost more to broadcast over a big tower?
We won't. We will. The only money we will save is because we're already doing everything that we're going to be doing in digital. We're already doing, and so we're already paying for that.
But the
as well.
analog, when you get rid of
analog,
analog,
when we get rid of the analog, we will save the utility bills, and then the other thing that this does for us, or the implications for KNME, are that we will continue to do all the public education efforts that we've been doing, which we thought we would be kind of shutting that down after February 17th. Well, now we'll continue the the outreach and the education, the airtime that we devote to it. We do workshops here, open houses here at the studio. We'll do a couple more of those. We've done some live TV shows where people could actually call in with their questions. So we'll continue the hotline that we have, which is if folks do have questions. And this is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. It's 877-DTV-KNME, and that's a free service. You can call in and talk to experts if you're having trouble hooking up a converter box or an antenna. And I want to remind folks that even if they have the analog television and they're getting it over the air and they have an antenna, they may need to get a new antenna as well as that converter box.
Not just the box, maybe an antenna.
You just may need to get a stronger antenna. There's no such thing as a analog antenna and a digital antenna. An antenna is an antenna, but you might need to upgrade and just get a little better antenna. It all depends on where you live.
Polly Anderson, sometimes I yearn for the days of the old TV with the big knob that you turn to 9 and 5 and 2. That'll never come back, will it?
No, it won't. But if you look at it, we have much better picture quality, much better sound, many more options for the viewers. So it's, change is hard, but we'll get there. And again, as the public television station, we see it as a part of our mission to make sure that everyone has the information that they need and that no one is left without a television signal. So we're here to help.
Polly Anderson, KNME, many thanks.
Thank you very much.